Hello everyone! Today I would like to share with you all about the Japanese particles wa and ga. And this is very super difficult on a scale of 10. It's about 400 points difficult. Because they have important functions but cannot be directly translated into Chinese or English. So I will do my best to try to explain it in a way that helps you. Let's start. First one, wa. This indicates the subject or the topic of the sentence. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can be a place, it can be a thing. What is subject? Subject is the thing that I want to talk about, I want to analyze, I want to explain it or describe the most. If I use a metaphor to explain it, it would be like I am shining a flashlight. I'm shining a flashlight. The place or the point you primarily want to illuminate, that point is the subject. And ga controls, surrounds, or relates to the details and aspects of the subject. If I use a metaphor to explain, it would be like I am shining a flashlight. I'm shining a flashlight. The areas outside the main focus that are also illuminated, covered, or touched by the light are the part of details, but are not what you primarily want to illuminate. So, ga is a part of wa. Remember this. Ga is part of wa. It's very abstract and complicated, right? Let's take a look at this picture. This is a robot called Dankuga from the Super Beast Machine God series. Forgive me of using a robot from about 50 years ago as an example. Dankuga is my favorite robot. And how does this robot relate to the particles wa and ga? Wa indicates the main topic you want to discuss, you want to talk about, and then you present information surrounding this topic. You are shining the flashlight on this robot. So I will use wa. For example, Dankuga wa hitokata robot da. Dankuga is a humanoid robot. And anything else you want to introduce? Dankuga wa kanji de Dankuga to kaku. Dankuga is written in kanji as dunhongo. Anything else? Dankugaは様々な武器を持っている。Dankuga has various weapons. And then, what's its ability? Dankugaは大気圏を突破できる。Dankuga can break through the atmosphere. From the above sentence, what do I want to talk about? Dankuga. What do I want to introduce? Of course, Dankuga. So the subject is Dankuga. And what about ga? Ga refers to the details or aspects that belongs to the topic, belongs to the subject you're discussing. It is not the main topic I want to talk about. It just happens to be a part of the topic. So, sticking with Dankuga, what relevant details surrounding this robot? Dankugaはランドクーガーが左足となっている。Dankuga's left leg is Land Cougar. ダンクーガーはイーグルファイターが頭部となっている。Dankuga's head is Eagle Fighter. ダンクーガーは初木博士が設計した。Dankuga was designed by Dr. Hatsuki. ダンクーガーは藤原忍がパイロットだ。Dankuga's pilot is Shinobu Fujiwara. From the above sentence, do I want to introduce Shinobu Fujiwara? No, he's not the subject. He just happens to be the pilot of Dan Cougar. I can continue to talk about to introduce Dan Cougar without mentioning him. Do I want to describe Dan Cougar? No, it's just the left leg of Dan Cougar. Do I want to comment on Dr. Hutski? Do I want to introduce Dr. Hutski? No, he's just a supporting character when introducing Dan Cougar's background, who designed it. So, what is the core that I want to talk about the most? The part I want you to pay attention to. While gut includes the surrounding content, the small details that are not the main focus. Now let's look at the following picture. I'm shining the flashlight on the police officer. I want to talk about this officer, so I will use what? Tell me about the officer. 警官はコートを着ている. The officer is wearing a coat. And what is he doing? 警官はしゃがんで捜査している. The officer is crouching to investigate. Anything else he is doing? 警官はどこかを見ている. The officer is looking somewhere. 警官は男性だ. The officer is male. So that's everything written with the officer as the subject. Everything is centered around this officer. Now, let's pull the flashlight back a bit and shine it directly on the crime scene. I want to illuminate the crime scene. From this crime scene, what do you see? What is the detail you can see? Use got. 警官がしゃがんで捜査している. The officer is crouching to investigate. And what about the victim? Is there any victim? Yes. 死者が壁にもたれて死んでいる. The victim is dead against the wall. And how about the ground? いろいろな雑物が散らばっている. いろいろな雑物が散らばっている. There are many items scattered on the ground. And anything strange? Something abnormal? 文字が壁に書かれている. There are words written on the wall. And anything odd? 窓が閉まっている. The window is closed. From the above situation, can you understand the difference between these two sentences? 警官はしゃがんで捜査している. 警官がしゃがんで捜査している. From 警官は it emphasizes that the officer is the focus, is the center, is the core, and you should place your attention on him. On the other hand, 警官が tells you that you should not focus on the officer, although we might not know who the subject is. But the officer is crouching to investigate. It's just a detail of the subject. It's just a part of the subject. The officer is just a part of this crime scene. You should focus on the crime scene. Finally, I want to ask everyone a question. In the game Dynasty Warriors Origins, when a soldier reports that Xuan Jian has died in battle, why does he say Son Ken-sama ga instead of Son Ken-sama wa? Let's think about it. Okay? See you next time.